ladies and anyone else who's watching today, welcome. I didn't even know if I was going to film this video to be quite honest with you. I'm making just a square baby blanket. So I thought, man, it's probably going to be boring for you. And I started having problems and experiences. And I thought, you know, why not throw the camera on and at least share it with you. It's 1 o'clock, first Saturday of the month. I don't know if you can hear it, but the tornado sirens are getting tested right now. I haven't heard these since that night of 4 hours of tornadoes at 2 in the morning. Oh, what a day was that. But we're not here to talk about tornadoes. No, not today anyway. Today we're here to talk about baby blankets, and I'm using the Bernat blanket here, and I'm also using, it's somewhere in here. Oh, it's somewhere in the mess. I guess I'm going to have to find it. But I'm using, for the first time, a bamboo crochet hook. So I've got some things to chat about. My daughter's girlfriend is having a baby, and I need to have this ready by September. So there we go. And also, I did find my crochet hook. So we're really ready to move forward at this point in time. I thought easy breezy. I'm going to do just a square little, maybe toddler size blanket. I'm going to do a nice tight stitch because that's what I like to do for babies' blankets. Because when babies are small and their little fingers, you know, I don't want big gaps and things that they can get caught on, especially because, you know, their finger and toenails are kind of sharp at that point. I started doing just the simple single stitch crochet. See? It's turning out pretty, right? And then because I don't care how experienced you are, I think we always goof at this at some point. I guess this video is like, how many times did I goof? So I started having a shrinkage of the sides here. And I was like, well, there goes that. And because it was a single crochet, it's almost too thick, but you know, it'd be great if it was like you wanted a floor blanket, throw it on the floor with them to lay on for their toys. But I didn't like the way this was going. I didn't like the way my sides was shrinking, so I'm like, do over. So I'm reworking this, and what I'm working it into is, oops, where are we? Here we go. Is this one here, and look how pretty this is. I'm going to hold it up close while I chat for a second. So what I ended up doing here was, and I'm going to include the pattern, you'll see it up there in the corner, and I'll also put it on my community page for you. But it's just the first foundation row, and then a row of single crochets, and then it's a row of double crochets, and then it's a single space one single in every other stitch, and they just alternate those two rows. So this is my pattern. Maybe there's a pattern like this in a book somewhere. I don't know. But I thought, you know what? If I throw some double crochets, in that, that's going to make this just automatically line up. The problem, and you all know what I'm talking about, the problem with the single crochets is it's easy to lose a stitch. And I don't like stitch markers. I think they're a pain in the ass. And obviously I paid the price for it because it's a do-over. But I don't know if it's bad because this is nice because it's a little softer. It's not as stiff. It's got a little flexibility to it. It's still fairly solid, but there are, some kind of little whatever holes in it. But like I said, I'm gearing this for a 2 or 3 year old. What I want to talk about next with you guys is working with the bamboo crochet hook. The results that I'm seeing with the bamboo with the Bernat, these two do not go well to me. I had done a test on it and I really liked it with the acrylic yarn. It was just a breeze to work with. What I'm finding here is probably like a lot of us that, if you start having joint issues in your fingers, cottons and stuff just don't work well. And the same goes with this, or at least with this. So as I'm trying to work this, there's a stiffness to it. It's not super comfortable. So I wouldn't recommend these two together if you have problems, you know, any sort of hand problems. So, you know, that's that with that. This is recommended. It's size 8mm. I'm using a 9. So there we go. I think it's turning out beautiful. I'm still going to continue to use it to finish the blanket. I figure I'm probably going to need 2 of these. I don't want to go any bigger than that unless I have to tap into a third just for a little bit of an edging. That's about it, though. So here's the deal. This sucks. I went back to my aluminum. That thing was difficult. It never got any easier. No bamboo for me. I tried the clovers now, and I didn't like those because they had the handle on it. And now I tried bamboo, and I don't like those. I'm not trying any new ones. I am sticking to my aluminum. I finished my first skein of yarn. This is what it's looking like so far. The width of it's about 33 inches, so almost 3 feet wide. I'm going to use 2 skeins of yarn for this, as I think I mentioned earlier. And after I get that complete, I'm going to do just a simple row of single crochets around the edge. I don't want to do any fancy borders on this. Best thing I did was switch out the crochet hook here. Oh, I'm never ever gonna go against my aluminum again. That bamboo, it just sucked so bad. I used it longer than necessary because I wanted to give it a fair judge, and it was just absolutely awful. This is like a treat it's like a treat I was taking for granted. For my edging, I kept it really simple. I just did a single crochet all around the border one time. I came around and did a second row of single crochets, but I switched it up a little bit by doing a single crochet, a chain 1, and a single crochet. In my corners, what I did, instead of 3 single crochets, I did a single crochet, chain 1, and a single crochet. And it turned out beautiful. Let me lay this out nice and flat for you so you can see the whole thing. Hello, beautiful. I'm like looking up close at you guys because I'm wondering if my camera's actually filming me right now. It seems to keep shutting off. But if it's still running, I'm going to keep on talking. So I finished my blanket here. I think it turned out beautiful. I'm just thrilled to have it done 2 months in advance. Go, Kristen, right? Anyway, I think the best thing about this is that I made a mistake. I think I'm going to change the name to my channel to Kristen Makes Mistakes. Oh, but it ended up turning out beautiful, though. My biggest mistake was using a single crochet. It just made it too tight and too firm. You don't want a blanket to be firm. But by switching it up to this pattern here, as you could tell, it's got a lot of flexibility. It's super soft. I would wrap it around my cat, but she hates that stuff. Normally she hates that stuff. Today she seems to like it. I have washed it in cold water and dried it in warm heat. And it's just turned out gorgeous. I'm just super, super pleased with the way this turned out. I hope my daughter's girlfriend likes this too. If you would like to see a tutorial on this, let me know in the comments. I would be happy to put one together if you guys have an interest in it. If you're in the mood to watch another blanket video, I have this one, wherever it is, for you to watch also. This is a blanket that I made for my daughter Lana. She loves blankets and she loves Christmas, so she got a special crocheted one. Thanks for watching.